Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about one of my favourite Nintendo Switch exclusives, which is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So let's take a look at some footage, talk about the story, the gameplay, and just how good this game is. The story then. So the game disregards the story of the first two games, and it's in fact an original story written specifically for the game. It does take inspiration from the Avengers films and also the 1991 comic book, The Infinity Gauntlet, but the story has been changed to include a much wider range of characters. So, gameplay then. So, although this is classed as an action RPG, this game has similarities to old school Super Nintendo beat-em-ups, and it really is a great combination of both old school and new school beat-em-ups, stroke, hack and slash games. There is a pretty lengthy leveling up system. Each character has 4 special moves unlocked when you reach certain levels, and these 4 moves can then all be leveled up as well. At a certain point in the game, you will also unlock the ISO 8 crystals. Now, attaching certain crystals to your character will improve the stats, and this is all determined by which crystal you have selected. One of the hardest things about the game is actually deciding on just 4 characters to pick from. But the other great thing is there's lots of shields around on the game, so you can change your team regularly. Although obviously you don't want to change it too regularly because it kind of ruins some of the fun of the game. But so many characters to choose from, and plus if you pick it up now because the game is a few years old, you'll also have lots of free updates on it as well. So lots more characters on there for free rather than all the DLC. The button controls are kept nice and simple. You've got your heavy attack and light attack, your jump and your block, and then by pressing R1 it allows you to choose one of your special attacks. So nice and simple there, so really good for kind of any age to pick this game up. With the graphics, the art style has moved away from a more realistic look and it's introduced a cartoon style artwork. So I'm a huge fan of cel shaded artwork, and particularly on the OLED screen, the colours look fantastic and the cutscenes all play out really well. I could certainly see if this wasn't a Switch exclusive that a lot more people would have probably complained about this change of art style, but I think it works really well on the Switch. I did have a couple of frustrations with the control of the camera. I sometimes got lost behind barrels or boxes, and enemies would sometimes just be just a little bit off screen, which would make it a bit of a nightmare to try and kill them. But luckily this wasn't an issue very often, and it did only happen to me a handful of times during my entire playthrough. So I think in terms of complaints, that's only a very small one. One reason I didn't pick this game up for such a long time was the price. Now this game has really kept its value, and physical and eShop prices are still £50, with the DLC setting you back another $17.99. Although I would have liked to see the game reduced 3 years after launch, there is an awful lot to do in this game. Even after a decent length of story mode, you're able to take on extra challenges, so there is a lot of replay value for this game, even though 50 quid is still quite a lot of money. We are very lucky that we do have a lot of Nintendo exclusives on the Switch, but that's what they are, they're Nintendo games, so they are going to be exclusives. This is one of the best non-Nintendo exclusives on the system. Anyone who's a fan of hack and slash, any Marvel fans, any fans of old school beat-em-ups, you're going to absolutely love this game, and I think it's massively overlooked. I don't know why, because it is definitely one of the best games on the system. If you don't own it, I think it's one of the must-have games for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're new, hit subscribe. Let me know of any other exclusives that are kind of hidden away on the Switch, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I do have a really bad cold, so I am sorry about my voice in the video. Hopefully by the next one that is long gone. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.